Boys, it's time to finish this thing up. That new jack goes way up in there. That's good. This old jack here doesn't want to lift it high enough. It'll barely get tires off the ground. We're going to start working on this thing. One of y'all was asking me about, you know, that thing getting covered up with mud up in here. I've never washed that out in there, so that's how it's been since forever. I've never got up in there and washed it out, so we should be good to go right there. It's got these two holes, that big hole there to let some air in. I don't know if we're going to be able to use that filter or not. I'm going to try to figure it out, put it on here, but we'll just have to wait and see how it goes. Anyway, I'm going to get some stuff done, and I will turn y'all back on. Alright, we got her mounted. Got a good open area there, some there. The lines are about right here. Show you from the inside. That'll work. It's protected up there behind that panel. Put our lines on, the fittings on there. I don't think we're going to be able to use that filter, which it's alright if we can't. It was an idea. They got other options. They got these little tiny filters, which is what I thought that was, that goes in line up at the reservoir. That's probably what we'll do. We'll use that other one for something else one day. Can't never have enough spare stuff. Anyway, I'm going to get it on there, and I'll get back with you. Let me show y'all where we at. Got it all hooked up. I know you can't see down through that podge of shit, but it's in a safe place. Going through here behind the steering box. And there's our cooler. Got our fancy clamps on there. Ended up bolting it through here. Welding an old scrap tab on here. And bolting it up there. Scrap weld there. She should be there. I'm not going to run that filter. I think I already told y'all that in the last video. Or the last part. So now, make lines up. Get some power steering fluid. And prime it. Put all the air boxing back and stuff back in it where we can crank it. Alright. Well guys, we're to the point of fighting air bubbles, so we're getting there. See down in there. It's working itself out. It's going to take it a while. It'll be real easy 1 minute, and it's just a lot of oil. Instead of holding about a half a quart, it holds 3 quarts now. So yeah, it's still making air big time. It'll work itself out. I'm gonna let it idle. I've been messing with it about 30 minutes. Got the cylinder off and working it, but my arms are tired. Anyway, I'm gonna keep working the air out of it, and I'll do a test drive here in a little while, hopefully. Get some help. Yeah, taking that cylinder off, keeping that cylinder off and doing it, it helps a lot more than doing it with it on. Getting any easier to turn? Is it? Let me feel it. Oh yeah. It's getting there. It's still got some air in it though. Just keep cycling it slow, you know. still got to do something with the hoses, but I didn't want to cut them. I just cut them in half where I got plenty of hose where I can cycle this thing and get it working, get the air out of it, and then I'll do this again, but it won't be half as bad. And I'll know where my hoses need to go. There's a 50-50 chance on me hooking them up to the right line, so I didn't want to make one shorter than the other. Because there was no directions in them in that kit. Which, you know, I guess they figure if you get this kind of stuff, you know how to do it. Now, there's probably a website, I didn't look. I just went after it. Should be putting back in as much as it's using, so it shouldn't fluctuate a whole lot. There's still air in it. Switch it off and see if any bubbles out of there. Alright son, switch it off. Take the switch it off. Let's let it sit for a minute, see if we see any air bubbles come out. It's getting there. Was it getting easier to turn? A lot easier?
That's a lot easier than I was.
I think Dad turned it like 100 times before I got the damn thing to even pick the fluid up. I'm glad I didn't put that filter on there, because every time you took the filter off you'd have to do this. That would be stupid. So
that would be stupid.
I'm glad I didn't do that. See, some things don't fit sometimes for a reason. The cylinder's working good. Like I said, I got to do something with them lines. They got to be changed around a little bit. About made a mess. It was bubbling all out at first. I think it's going to work good though. See, it's just touching that nut enough to put grease on it. I might have to flip that over, take that out, flip it over, grind off the head of the other side. It don't need to be in there that way anyway, because if the nut backs off, it'll just drop out and you'll lose it. You'll be dragging it under the damn Jeep. Alright, turn it back on. Alright guys, I got it. It needs more flow. I'm going to modify the spear pump. It turns easy and it's not cavitating, but you got to go slow with it, which means it needs more flow. So we're going to work on that now. Damn wind's kicking today. I'm going to try to get this line off and pull that assembly out of there, pressure regulator, mess with it. Alright guys, just come out of the, that's the pressure regulator right there. I'm not going to mess with the pressure yet because I don't want to bust a line, so we're going to just open that hole up, the output hole, because it feels like it just don't have enough flow, which it probably don't moving that big cylinder. So we're going to drill this out. Let me see if I can get up. See that tiny hole? We're going to drill that out to 3/16. I seen this on a forum. It makes sense. We're going to drill that out 3/16. We're going to leave the pressure regulator alone and try that. And if it don't work, we'll start messing with that. I'm going to get a 3/16 drill bit and drill this out, and I'll get back on camera. Alright, 3/16 of an inch is 1.1875 thousandths. So we're going to go get a few drill bits, because you know we can't read none of them. I can't either. It might say on some of them. Get a couple that look right. That one there, that one there. Let's see. Let's try that one. That one looks like it right there. Nope. That's too big. That's it. 3/16. That's how you do it if you're blind, because I can barely see that, but it says on it 3/16. Alright, I'm going to drill that out 3/16. We're going to put it all back together and see what it does. Alright, it's done. Now if you do this, I would, my opinion, take a bigger, larger bit and just touch it with it spinning in the drill. Chamfer that side, chamfer the bottom side, give it a chamfered edge where it'll flow through there easier. I'm gonna do that and we'll put it back on. If you can't get the valve out once you get the line off, you can't get a wrench or nothing on it. I took just a screwdriver and tapped it with a hammer and it broke free. Alright, let's crank it up, see if we hurt it or helped it. Everything's out of the way. May get a spot of air in it again. Make sure we ain't got no leaks. Something's touching something. Belt. Let me figure it out. I'll get back at you. Well, guys, I just drove it down the highway, and I can tell you what, I ain't put it in full load yet, but I think that's the best $700 I ever spent. And y'all did it. Y'all bought that for me. There's how much play I got in the steering wheel now. It drives 100% better. And I haven't put it in full load yet, but we're gonna do that here in a minute. And I just want to thank y'all again for watching my videos, man, and putting up with my stuff. I enjoy doing it. I like making videos. It's kind of a pain sometimes when I'm working, but I'm going to try to change a little bit how I do it and do some work, show y'all what I did. Do some work, show y'all what I did. Because it ain't never a good video anyway when I'm trying to do it at the time. You know, I've been trying to figure out a way to make it better where it ain't such a pain in the butt to watch me. But, it's one mod. If you can afford to do it, that is the mod, because it's like it's better than it was when it was stock, because I drove this thing with stock tires on it, and it steers like, I mean, butter. And on the highway, when I just drove it on the highway, I didn't film it because I can't drive and hold the phone, and there ain't nobody here right now to go with me. So, but it was just, the steering wheel's a little bit off about right there. I got to do some fine tuning on that and get it back straight, just because I'm going to make sure everything is right. Some of you guys that's in Lake City, I want to be able to ride over there. You know, I've only ever driven this thing. I went to the mountains in it. Y'all seen the videos of that, but I had 34s on it and 6.5 inches of lift. When I put this 8.5 on there is when I started having all the steering issues. And I want to get this thing where I can go to Ocala and I can go out to Lake City to ride with them guys out there and start trying to travel out a little bit. Plus, we're gonna get a camping trailer for this thing, and I gotta be able to drive it. So we're probably gonna end up. I'm gonna make sure the Jeep's square. It did okay a while ago. It did way better than it ever did before. But I'm gonna make sure everything's square as far as the long arms go, and make sure the alignment's right. And then put sway bar back on the front with some disconnects in case me and Jennifer ever get into a bind and I have to slam on brakes or something. I don't want to turn over and hurt her. That would be terrible. You know, just to have flex. I'll just put the quick disconnects on there. I already had them on there before. And we got to extend the brake lines. We got to put longer shocks on it. And this thing will be freaking ready. But anyway, we're going to go right here in a minute and test drive it around the yard and see how it does in 4-low. But anyway, guys, I'm going to pause the camera, get out. Let's look at it one more time. See if we can see under the hood. This video is getting kind of long. The power steering pump did shut up completely. Y'all bear with me. It's all back on and down in there is clean. There ain't no leaks. I ran that return line. There's a hole about that big on the back side of the box. I went through there with it. I think it'll be good there. And do some painting on it. I tell you what, let's drive around the yard 4-low, see what it does. All right, hold on. See if we can do a test drive, a little test drive around the yard. This thing steers so damn easy. It feels like, I don't know if y'all have ever broke a drag link or something, but you know how it just feels like there's no steering at all. That's how it feels. It's just like nothing. What I want to do is lock it in 4-low. I ain't no more got the lines on it. My buddies is trying to get me to go out. I ain't done with it yet, man. That's why I keep screwing up. I gotta set the, I gotta make sure this thing's right and square. Meaning the long arms and stuff. Get my steering wheel perfectly straight. I want to do all that this time instead of just going out. So I want to get this thing where we can drive it on the highway a little better. I never thought I'd say that, but yeah, I do. I ain't gonna daily it or nothing, but see how it does in 4-low locked in. Shit. Man. Look at that, man. I'm in 4-low. I think I am anyway. Yeah. You can't even tell it's locked in. Before you was fighting it. Look at that shit. I'm in 4-low. One finger. That's sweet, man. Yeah, it's biting. You can feel the truck wanting to bow down, but man, you can't even tell. Holy shit, this is cool. Sorry about the camera angles. This is kind of hard. Man, you can't even tell it. You can't even tell it's in 4-low. I was having to fight it on the trails a little bit. And it's returning back too. I was wondering if it was going to do that. But yeah, it's going back to straight. Just don't hit the fire hydrant. Oh man, this is going to be sweet on the trails. I mean, you can't even tell. Break it right off the bat. Can't even feel that tree on it. took it down the highway, but it's kind of too hard to hold the phone. Drives good. Drives like an old Ford LTD or something with that real easy steering. Alright, let's take it out of 4-low. You know, they say you can put the smaller underdriven pulley on it to make it even better, but I think it's fine the way it is. I don't want to get it too fast. In my opinion, those underdriven pulleys will make it probably want to run hotter, the pump, because it's spinning it twice as fast. Well, probably not twice as fast, but it's spinning it faster. I'm gonna pull up here. I just washed it all off underneath it and getting all the residual oil off and let it run and see if I got any leaks. Do some painting on it. That pump was making a noise, but it shut up. It was cavitating is what it was. Did pretty good on that wheel. Yep, she's ready to go get muddy again. Like I said before, we're gonna move the front end up. Move the front end ahead about a ½ inch to clear that bolt better. And when you turn all the way that way, it wants to be real close to it when it comes up. Anyway, I'll make one last little part of this and that'll be it. So this thing's done. Alright guys, it's done. Let me wipe your eyes off. Is that better? Yeah. Okay, before I walk out here, I'm going to tell you the wind's blowing like crazy, so it may sound like shit, but it's all on there. I did that bolt like we was talking about, flipped it over, the line's running up track bar, go up to the pump. When I just test drove it, you can drive it, I mean it's butter when it's sitting on the ground. I got to do a little bit of fine adjustments. See here. I didn't change the pressure. I just I couldn't do that before with it sitting flat on the ground. I didn't. Let me switch it off. I didn't change the pressure. I just drilled out that orifice. I could tell it didn't have enough flow, but it did make the pump start making a noise. But it's about to shut up now. It could be cavitating a little bit or something, but I don't know. If any of y'all ran into that, let me know. If it don't work out, I'll get another pump, but it seems to be fine. I got to do some fine tuning on the adjustments on the steering, and I'm going to double check my long arm, make sure everything's square, and try to get this thing where I can drive up to Ocala and different places with it. It definitely steers 100% better. Let's show y'all how the cooler turned out. Like I said before, I didn't use that damn filter. I'm glad I didn't too, but I'll save it for something. I think I already said that. I've been hard at it all day, man. It's about 3 o'clock now. I've been out here since 8:30 this morning. But all I did was drill that orifice out to 3/16 and put it back together. I didn't want to risk blowing my line on the going to the power steering pump. I mean to the steering box itself. It ain't gonna blow them lines down on the cylinder, but it will blow that line up there. So, but anyway, that's it. I'm gonna finish adjusting it out, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, and next weekend we should be able to make some wheeling videos, go out and see how it really works. But I can tell you right now, it's way different than it was as far as how easy it is to turn just sitting there like that. The pump ain't whining or nothing trying to turn it, and it's doing good. And it took about 3 quarts of oil in that damn thing. If I'd have put that filter on there, man, it would have been a headache. And some of y'all probably was thinking that too, I mean, you know, but you gotta try. I got a little inline filter I can put on it if I wanted to do that, but I got to thinking about it. If that seal blows on that rod, I'll lose the steering to get hard, and it's gonna push oil out of it. It ain't gonna really let much into it, so it'll be fine. And there ain't nowhere else to put no filter on that damn thing anyway, as far as a big screw-on filter. I don't want to. I try not to put a bunch of extra shit all over the Jeep if I ain't got to, because, you know, that's just more shit to tear up. Anyway, hope y'all have a good one. I'll see you soon, or make a video again soon, and we'll be out wheeling next time. Get all this shit cleaned up. Oh, that jack is sweet. Y'all check them out. Harbor Freight. I was gonna do a review on it, but shit, I got the work to do. But it's a nice jack. It goes up way high. It'll go to the highest those will reach. Anyway, y'all have a good one. We'll see you next time. Take it easy. Bye.